Welcome to the Angry Nerd Podcast. My name is Arshawn Wade, aka the Angry Nerd. The Angry Nerd Podcast is taped in front of a live Facebook audience from my mom's basement. The Angry Nerd Podcast is brought to you in part by a couple of bad life choices and a few bad life decisions. The Angry Nerd Podcast is brought to you in part by money that my wife gives me from my SSI check, a chick named Joni, and proceeds from listeners like you. If you want to be one of the listeners that helps contribute to this show getting better and better, go to Cash App. My Cash App is $ the Angry Nerd. But hold the presses. We ain't glorified internet begging out here in these streets. Oh no, baby. Pick up one of the Angry Nerd Podcast t-shirts. Now, if you're watching me on Facebook, you cannot get one of these OG Angry Nerd Podcast t-shirts. As you can see, my face is almost fading off of it. And for my listeners on Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube, if you're wondering who I'm talking to my homies in Facebook Live, because while I record this for Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube, I also broadcast live from Facebook because that's all I can afford right now. My illustrious PIC partner in crime, Kevin Palmer, aka Peasy Baby, is not in the house tonight because he may be in trouble. I don't know. Happens like that when you're married. Sometimes niggas just get in trouble. You know, sometimes you just cannot show up and play with your friends. It just rolls like that from time to time whenever you're married. I've been married twice, and I went and did hood rat things with my friends instead of being at home. So that's probably why he's been married like longer in one marriage than I have in both of my marriages combined. So keep doing what you're doing, PZ, and we'll catch up with you on the flip side. Anyway. So my son's 12th birthday was this past weekend, and I had the distinct pleasure of watching some cool shit happen for him. You know what I mean? It's not every day that you get a birthday and like magic happens. Oftentimes it's kind of the opposite. You know what I mean? Like somebody forgot to get the cake. Somebody forgot to get the ice cream. You know what I mean? I didn't want to invite that kid. You know what I'm saying? There's always something that goes awry whenever birthdays come about. Now, personally, I remember my 9th birthday. I remember my 9th birthday because we were at Carousel Mall in California. I don't remember if that's in Carousel Mall. I don't remember if that's in Ontario or I think it's in Ontario Mills. I think it's like Ontario Mills or something like that. But anyways, Southern California. How about that? But anyways, at my 9th birthday, we were in at the Carousel Mall, and it's the Carousel Mall. Why? Because it has a giant carousel smack dab in the middle of it, and it's very traditional. It has all the horses and stuff on it, plays the corny music, and it's just like you've seen in TV. And I understand where the phrase "reach for the brass ring" comes from because the traditional carousel has a little brass ring. And in my day, telling off on my age a little bit, in my day, if you were able to reach out and grab that brass ring, you got a free ride on the carousel. Now, most people who know me know I have abnormally long arms for my body, for my height. And I guess around the 9th birthday is when I got that extra little oomph. I think my from my elbow to my wrist is longer than most people's. But I reached out. I remember going by and I just reached out and I got that brass ring on my 9th birthday. And I thought, this is the coolest shit in the world. Like, because who gets like stuff like that happening to them? You know how many kids reach out for that brass ring every single day and never get it? And on my 9th birthday, I reached out and grabbed it. I was on top of the world. And it may seem like a very small thing to some people, but to a 9-year-old boy in in Southern California, it meant the world. And I just felt so lucky that day. And it seemed like everything went right that day. And I was privileged to watch my son's 12th birthday go in a very similar fashion. So we decided to go skating. We went to the skating rink. And I haven't been skating in 20 years. And even when I did skate, I couldn't do the little 4-wheel skates. I don't know what you call them. You know, the little brown Johns that's all raggedy and stuff. I don't know how to skate on those. I've only skated on inline skates. I was that first generation of rollerblade babies. And so I've only ever skated on inline skates. So I went on ahead and paid the extra $2 and got inline skates. And it took a few hours, or I won't say a few hours. We were only there a couple hours, but it took me about an hour. I'll say an hour. And I kind of got the hang of it back. I don't know, a little bit, but I started getting a little dangerous. I started getting a little dangerous after a while. So we're at the skating rink and we're having fun. We're having a good time. They play a game. And it's a number game. You roll around. It's kind of like musical chairs, but you're on skates. You roll around. The music stops. You got to go to a number. So we go to a number. Boom. Me and my son make it to the final round. And we're going around and boom, everybody has to go to their own number. And we were both trying to get to number 4. I guess the universe was telling us that was a good number for us. 4 was safe because 4 had saved us once prior in a prior round. So I said, listen, 5 is safe. The spirit is telling me 5 is safe. Go to 5. I'll sacrifice myself for the realm. Now, mind you, I'm a petty, competitive SOB. So I was actually trying to kick the chair out from under my son. Hey, go over to number 5, kid. Go over to 5. You'll be okay. I actually didn't know that in the next round, the number that was picked would be the winner. See, now the universe told me number 5. And I sent my kid to number 5 and jokingly told him, I'm going to sacrifice myself to protect the realm. And wouldn't you know it, the guy rolls the die. And it says number 5, bada bing. Number 5's the winner. They send him, he gets the prize. He gets to, go down. And my son, if you know anything about my son, he's a rolling stone. Anywhere he goes, they're going to know his name. You know, the little white kid that people tell jokes about, like, oh, I know his name because his mother kept calling his name. Lil Sean is that kid. My baby is that baby. Everyone's going to know who Lil Sean or Arshawn is. And in some circles, AJ. But that's my special little guy. That's my baby, and he won, and he ended up winning a prize. So later on in the night, he and his cousin are having an argument about a young lady. Now, the young lady is the ex-girlfriend of his cousin, but my baby believes that she has the hots for him. And since he believes that she has the hots for him, he is doing everything in his newly 12-year-old power to put himself in this lady's way. And I said, hey, man, why don't you pick your own girl and leave that broad alone? She wasn't a very cute little girl to begin with. She was kind of frumpy built. You know what I mean? Maybe that's bad to say about a kid, but oh well. Anyways, I saw this one little girl, and I was like, that's the prettiest little girl in the house. Why don't you go holler at her? And my son's like, oh, shucks. Shit, I can't do that. Of course, 12-year-old little boy. You ain't going to holler at girls. These guys jump in the DM. They get close to them. If your phone gets close to another person's phone, they'll start popping up in your people you may know. And that's what some of these kids I found out are doing to introduce themselves to a young lady. Anyways, I digress. So I challenge my son. I'll bet you $10 that you won't talk to that girl and get her phone number. And so he says, bet, you're on. He tightens up his rollerblades because, like his dad, he can't roll on the other ones. Paid the extra $2 and got inline skates. I don't know. We're made funny, I guess. But anyways, my man goes over there. Shh, shh, shh. And I'm looking, I'm trying to be cool. I'm being cool. I'm just looking over my shoulder. His little uncool ass cousin is beaming at him. Him and the dusty little girl. They're standing over there, and I'm like, hey man, watch out. Stop game tapping. Stop game tapping. Let the man do his thing. Let him do his thing. You don't need to be nervous. He rolls up to the little princess, and then he got stage fright. Kept rolling. I said, shit, son. Okay, I get it. It's okay. I get it. Hey, sometimes, you know what I mean? It takes 1 or 2 or 3 attempts. I get it. She's a very pretty little girl. So this is where fate stepped in. So my son, I really think he had thrown in the towel. The little dusty young lady calls herself embarrassing my child. And she says, I call over here. And she goes over there, skates on over. Hey, come here. He got something to say to you. And I was like, I wish I was like, 12 for like 30 seconds, you know what I mean? But anyways, so the little girl comes over here, the little princess glides on over there, all cool and shit, and she stands right in front of my son. And my son is standing there looking just as goofy as I did when I was 12. And but the difference is he had his smooth, cool ass dad there to guide him through, because this was his first baddie. This is his first time shooting a shot at a baddie. And for any of my guy listeners out there, you know what it's like. Your first time going up to a bona fide dime piece and shooting your shot. Oh, I've been practicing on the dust bunnies for a little while now. I've been, getting shot down by, a little fat chick every now and again. Okay, the little knock-kneed ashy chick, shot me down, Okay, Becky shot me down, but now I got the courage. I've gotten the courage to go up to Queen of Sheba. the Nubian goddess. The dopest little headphone skates. You know, the pretty little light-skinned girl with the little hair on the side that is kind of curly. Yeah, she was one of those. Oh, I remember those days well. I'm not going to say her name because, you know, she may be married now, and I think she follows me on here, and I don't want to be like, why are you talking about you? You almost still got something going on. You know how some of these guys do. Anyways, so my kid's standing there, and he starts talking to her. I'm trying to fall back. You know, I don't want to be game tapping. I don't like that. So I try to fall back and let him do his thing, and he's smiling at, because, you know, hey, you see this smile. He got one of these. And so anybody out there on Podbean, Spotify, or YouTube who can't see my smile right now, trust me when I say cute as a button. Anyways, and he is Arshawn 2.0. He is faster, stronger, cuter, smarter. He gets the girl. Bada bing. She says, she breaks it off. She breaks herself. She says, do you want my Snapchat, my Instagram, phone number? What's up? He says, nah, just give me the phone number. Now, Lil Sean fucked up and he doesn't have a phone because he fucked his phone up. I don't know. He ran it over with a Tonka truck, something. He did something silly with his phone, so he doesn't have a phone. So he does the cool thing. He doesn't have a social media account either. So he does the cool thing and just gets the number. Slides over like, hey, Dad, you got my phone? Sure, I do. I give him my phone because I'm a player type dude like that. This is my first time being a wingman for my son, and I was super proud. He got the prettiest girl in the house on his birthday night. Player move number 1. We're leaving out. He takes the prize that he won for the game that we played was free popcorn. He takes the ticket, hands it to the girl's friend, and says, hey, give that to baby. Oh my God. Oh, he's a class act. I said, look out, ladies. Hey, you guys better lock up your daughters, your nieces, any of these little girls in between the age, I don't know, 12, 14, 16, maybe. I don't know what kind of player he's going to be. So I'm just saying, y'all better lock him up. All jokes aside, I was super, super thrilled that I got to experience that moment with my kid. You know, it was really super dope that he had all that awesome stuff happen for him on his 12th birthday. And I thought it was super cool. But anyways, move right along. So some crazy dude went on a rampage earlier. I don't have a lot of details. I don't want to act like I'm super in the know about that. I'm just ghetto media. I heard about it and wanted to say something about it. If anybody knows something about it, inbox me or leave something in the comments. Excuse me. And let me know something about it. But I do know that there was a police officer involved who may have been injured in the altercation. So yeah, if I find out more stuff about it, I'll get down with you guys and let you know about it. But anyways, getting into tonight's topic. Does this dress make me look fat? This topic comes to me from a verbal joust that I was having with for lack of a better phrase, a professional simp and a lady who lacked the cognitive ability to express herself without becoming disrespectful. So the post said something loosely about do guys like chubby girls anymore? Now, before I gave my honest answer, I didn't know that the post was created to garner positive attention and affirmation for girls who were not ideally shaped. So I wasn't aware of that. I thought that, you know, this was a young lady who was chubby, who wanted to know if there was hope for her finding a young man. My response was no, but most of us will tolerate it. And as you can probably guess, I was dragged, stomped out on the internet. And yeah, I mean, it was a barrage of attacks. I mean, but most of them didn't have any merit. It wasn't the fact that someone challenged what I said. No one challenged what I said. Everyone attacked me. They attacked me for being thin. They attacked me for being a misogynist, which I don't think is a terrible thing. Why is being a feminist good and being a misogynist bad? They're polar opposites. So you would have to think that if one extreme way of thinking is bad, then the other extreme way of thinking would be bad too. But anyways, that's another topic. We'll tackle that some other time. So people came out of the woodwork talking shit about, you know what I mean? It's really hard to, I know you guys on Podbean, Spotify, you guys can't see me. But if you look me up on Instagram or Facebook, you will see what I'm saying when I say this. I am a handsome devil. And it's really difficult. It's really difficult to disrespect somebody like that. It's like to roast me. You know what I mean? Like, you go to my page, you like, damn, 6-pack. Yeah, damn cute. Oh, damn cute kids. You know what I mean? Damn, I can't challenge him to a fight. He can fight. Oh, you're stupid. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just started being insults and stuff like that. No one ever challenged what I said. I even went, the one lady who was actually respectful, and even though she was condescending in her questions, she never became disrespectful. I don't think being condescending is disrespectful. I do think that condescension sets the stage for disrespect, because someone who is being condescended to eventually is going to give a little pushback. And some people don't know how to give that pushback without being abrasive or outright disrespectful. But her questions weren't disrespectful, and I did respond to her, and I gave her an explanation for what I'm saying. And I'm like, everyone was angry at the fact that I said tolerate, like men tolerate women being chubby. Here's what I mean. The simps, because some simps are like, oh, I like stretch marks, and I like muffin top, and I like belly fat, all that. That's a real man. Oh. Okay, there's a place for that. Here's my point. When we set out in life, we kind of have an ideal. Do you understand what I'm saying? For me, for little young Arshawn, the ideal woman was about 5'2", 110 pounds, light skinned black. That was the motherfucker for me. That was the only person that I want. That was my go-to. I would find a light-skinned, thin black girl in a rainstorm. You know, I remember once upon a time when I was a young nerd and I was homeless, I was living in a shelter. I was like 10 or 11 years old. I found a little light-skinned girl who happened to be homeless as well. And we dated briefly. You know what I mean? They ended up getting a house before we did, and we had to go our separate ways. True story. But that was my ideal. Ask me if either of my ex-wives fit that mold. No, they don't. Because oftentimes in life, we know that things aren't ideal. So we settle. Most of us aren't working the career that we wanted or that we set out for when we were youngsters or when we went to college. We got the job that provides us with the best lifestyle that we can live for right now, unless you have aspirations of doing something greater. We have the best job that we can get right now that can provide us with the best lifestyle that we can provide for us and our family. Most of us wanted to be something else. Basketball players and astronauts and cops and lawyers and all sorts of things. And somehow or another, we ended up factory workers and liquor store clerks. You know what I mean? Like, no little kid was sitting around saying, oh, my whole life, all I want to do is work at 7-Eleven. All my life's dream is to be a cashier. And likewise, no man said, I can't wait to grow up and marry a woman with mom bod. Most of us, if I got 100 guys together, we could probably agree that's a baddie and that's not. And typically, people get up in arms about this because they're not used to honesty. No, I don't want a chubby girl, but I tolerate the chubbiness. Why? Because both of my ex-wives had children for me. Do you think I would ever act like, oh, I don't want to be with her because she's chubby? Now, my first wife, she will probably argue with me about that because of a recent conversation that we had about weight. But I think I've been able to express that point to her, what I mean when I say a person losing an X amount of weight. You know, it's a staple to their wherewithal. You know what I mean? What kind of dedication they have, what kind of discipline they have. So It's not necessarily about losing weight as much as it is about developing a mindset. But these ladies and one guy put his cape on, and he's going to be the big macho man that comes and rescues these ladies, because it's like three ladies and I'm dancing circles around them because they're not really giving me any intelligent responses. It's all about, oh, I feel sorry for anybody who's got to be with you. How do you feel sorry for someone who has to be with me based on one sentence? That one sentence doesn't encompass the totality of who I am, of what my mindset is, of what my mentality is. That one sentence doesn't tell you everything that you need to know about me. It doesn't tell you about my character. It doesn't tell you what kind of father I am or what kind of citizen I am. It doesn't tell you what kind of employee I am. That one sentence doesn't do that. But the most important thing was nobody had an intelligent response. Not a single person had an intelligent response. Now, my thing is, women don't want the truth. They want to be lied to. You want me to tell you that a dress that makes you look fat doesn't. And it does. You see the rolls. You know that that's not the way it was fitting on the mannequin, baby. So why'd you come in here and put me in this impossible position? You want me to lie to you. Because if I tell you the truth, I told the truth on a post with women who I was not engaged with sexually. And I was verbally assaulted. I was grammatically assaulted. What would you call it? Literarily assaulted. How would you call it? Digitally. Okay, digitally assaulted. I was digitally assaulted by these ladies online. Because I gave an honest opinion. One girl said, at least you're honest. Your husband will never tell you the truth. Do you know why your husband won't tell you the truth? Because he's afraid you're going to take the vagina away. So we lie. If I really told you what I thought about everything that you put on, about everything that you do, if I really told you the truth, most guys are afraid that you're going to take the vagina away from them. Most guys, listen, I've lost 2 wives standing on what I believe, standing on what I think. And so I understand being a real man is not for the faint of heart, because they will take the vagina away from you because it belongs to them. And the sooner you realize that, all your heartbreak will be gone, fellas. Message to the simp. You know what I mean? But the guy who comes out and says, hey, you don't speak for all men, just remember that. My response was, hey, I gave my opinion about what I think about most men. And I'm entitled to that. I'm entitled to give my opinion about what I think about most men. I think most men are afraid to say, baby, I do want you to lose weight. Women don't give a shit about telling us how it is, because they know we're not finna leave the vagina. They own the vagina. We're not leaving that. Oftentimes, more times than not, women leave men. Men don't leave women. Why? Because you own a very precious commodity, the vagina. So women don't give a damn, because they're not all the way messed up about penis like we are about vagina. So they don't care about giving you the facts of life. Your breath stink. Your feet smell bad. You need to lose weight. You're gaining weight. Them pants is tight. Women have absolutely no qualms about telling you something about yourself. You're too skinny. You're losing weight. Your hair's getting thin. You know, you're getting lazy. Women have absolutely no problem with giving a man the facts of life. But as I found out recently, is this past week, God's simple truth. Women don't like the truth. Women want to lie. Baby, does this dress make me look fat? No. Even though I see the rolls, even though I see titty meat popping out the side, out from under your arms, that is the ugliest dress in the world. Any dress that creates the titty meat out the armpit effect, I hate it. But I will tell you that the dress looks good, even though I see back fat oozing out from under your armpit in the back. I'm going to say it looks good. Why? Because if I tell you the truth, you're going to become upset. And if you become upset, how many men know if she's upset, that vagina's on lock? So we'll tell you the lie. Yeah, baby, that's the one. Even though we see roles that shouldn't be there, we'll tell you the lie because you've already let us know that truth, you don't want us to tell you the truth. Why? Because you're going to get upset and you're going to withhold the one commodity that we just can't live without. The vagina. She's mad. If you tell that lady how that dress really looks on her, later on that night, whenever you try to, ease up on a little something, try to rub a little something, how we do, whatever it is. I don't know what your ritual is, whatever your ritual is for when you getting ready to, consummate the evening. She's going to cross her ankles and she's going to, I don't feel like it. Because she's still salty about your comments about how she really looked from earlier, about the truth. She's going to be salty about you telling her the truth. She's going to resent you for telling her the truth that, baby, that dress makes you look terrible. That dress makes you look like, you know what I mean, somebody's auntie. I mean, it's not flattering in your shape. You done had 2 kids now, baby. You got a little extra stuff. If you really told that woman that, I only say that because I see so many women out and about in nightclubs and bars dressed wrong, not because it's slutty. I, for one, champion hoe wear. I champion hoe wear. Any lady that I'm with, I encourage her to dress as provocatively as she has the, courage to do. Because I like looking at something like that. That's just me. I know a lot of guys don't like that. Me, I'm the other guy. I'm like Kanye. You know what I mean? I'd marry Kim K too. And that's just who I am. If you think I'm less of me because of that, okay. But anyways, so women want the lie. So I tell you the lie because I don't want you to take away my vagina privileges, because that's what's going to happen. I play the tape all the way out. I tell you the truth. You feel good about it. Go on about your business. Later on that night, when I start my ritual to try to get me a little something, you're a little more inclined, a little more pliable, a little more inclined to let me borrow your vagina for a few minutes. And that is the reason why you can't get the truth, because you've already taught me that the truth will get me restricted vagina privileges. And that telling you a little teensy white lie like, yeah, the dress looks good, is going to get me that 10-minute, you know what I mean? You lay there while I do what I need to do. Do what I need to do and, get on down the road. It's never eventful after you're married at all. It's probably never eventful after about that first 90 days. After that first 90 ball, it's over with. She's not doing anything else new. She's not, no enthusiasm. It's over with. Y'all are together and this is it. You know what I mean? Once or twice a week, or, you might have a nice lady who may go 4. You might have a nice lady who get you 4 times a week, knock you out the box. You know what I mean? Or at least let you borrow it for a little while. And you're a real lucky dude if you do. But, but my thing is this. Don't say that you want honesty in a relationship and then turn around and chastise me for being honest. But anyways, back to the simp. I responded to the simp. What was the simp's next response? Oh, kid this. Oh, boy that. Condescension. That's okay. I don't get emotional about things like that. Like, I just don't. I'm like, okay, old school. I believe in responding commensurately to an internet attack. You didn't make it a racial thing. I'm not going to make it a racial thing. You small, slights, small slights. You know what I mean? You didn't do anything, crazy. It was overt. It wasn't slick. I like people who are, I like disrespectful people who are slick. You know what I mean? Like intelligent. It's like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. Like, I like somebody who can bait you into a racial conflict without ever saying a racial term. You know what I mean? I have that ability. And because it's clever. You know what I mean? It's clever. But when somebody just overtly calls you a dumbass, whoop-de-woo, or whatever, I'm just like, You know, I wish you were more intelligent because this would be fun. This is just stupid. There's nothing else for us to talk about. You know, block you. You know, there's nothing else for us to talk about because I don't mind having an internet argument. I don't mind you being a simp, but at least be intelligent. You know, and the guy just wasn't intelligent. And it's a waste of time. But here's the thing: for anybody who's a simp, we did a show last year on what a simp is. Go check it out on YouTube. Follow me on The Angry Nerd Podcast on YouTube, and you can go and look at that video. We did a show on the simp for anyone who doesn't know what a simp is. But anyway, for the simps out there, you gotta go somewhere and you have to get up under the tutelage of a real man so that you can understand that it's okay to stand firm on your belief as a man. Because you guys are making the game very, very bad. The social game. The social game rules are changing because simps are relaxing the standard on womanhood. It's women have a standard for what kind of man they want. They want a brother that's over 6 feet tall, 6-pack, dark skin, good job, whatever. There's a criteria, and that's okay. I want my daughter to have a criteria for what kind of man she deals with. But likewise, simp. Men have to have a criteria. Simp. Okay? For any of you simps out there that don't understand what a criteria is, that's a woman shouldn't have all that fat hanging off of her. These women should not be championing a person like Lizzo, saying that is okay, that is good. It's not. It's unhealthy. It's nasty. What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this picture? Rihanna is sexy and she looks good. Lizzo is a big, fat, nasty lady who disgusts me. That's the difference. But you can't say that. Why not? I have a mouth and I live in the United States of America, and they say that I could say whatever I want. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I told my opinion about how I feel about that lady when she comes out of the house butt naked and says, accept this. Well, here's the thing. I'll accept that. But you need to accept the fact that I don't like it. How about that? Let's make this acceptance thing work both ways. But you simps are scared to tell women the truth. And that's why women walk around with this false reality going on oftentimes. That's why they'll run around here with 4 kids by 5 different dudes and think that they are prize. That's why. It's because of the simp. It's because of the guy that says, no, you don't need to be your best self and work out and be healthy. Man, that's baby fat. Your baby is 15 years old, ma'am. That is teenager fat. You should have got rid of that a long time ago. And it is nothing wrong with men. You need to understand, to sit on the sideline while your lady develops diabetes, you a sucker for that. You're supposed to lead your family. Baby, okay, the kid is 2 now. Let's get in the gym. Have a real solid conversation with her like that. And don't let her play that victim role. Oh, you don't love. No, I do love you. That's why I'm saying let's get in the gym so you can get back right. Because I know that if you don't look like you want to look, you ain't going to feel sexy and you ain't going to bust down for me like I married you for. Jokes. But seriously, how can I be with someone who will not allow me to challenge them to be their best self? Women will challenge men. We'll say we're broke or you're fat. We'll have to get in the gym and work out, lose our weight. We'll have to go take a night course at the college and get our degree up so we can get a larger salary. I just want you to pay $10 a month over at Planet Fitness and get a gym membership and go 4 times a week. And I want you to really get in there and get involved. Get the black card for $25 a month. Get that. So you can get involved with the personal trainer and get involved with the dietitian. Why is that wrong? I don't want you to be chubby. For the guys who like thick girls, I'm not talking about that. She specifically said chubby. And to my mind, a chubby girl is the girl whose body hangs over her pants. You know what I mean? The stomach, the belly hangs over her pants and she's kind of frumpy. Her clothes don't fit right. Her shape is kind of weird. And for me to say, hey, baby, let's get in the gym, because I am not really attracted to that. I'm not saying I'm not attracted to you, but I'm saying that I think our relationship would be a lot better if we got you some weight down. I think you would be healthier, and I think our relationship would be healthier. Why is that not a conversation that we can have with women? Because Walt Disney Walt Disney has sold him a dream. Pixar has sold him a dream. And now Instagram is selling dreams. Because any girl who goes and gets ass shots is automatically labeled a baddie. And it's not the case. It's not the case at all. These girls are wasting their money on this plastic surgery to get an ass. A lot of them look like Deputy Dog in the face. But they went and got their ass done, thinking that this is going to shoot them into some sort of notoriety. And I look at and then they're not even good asses. You got the ass done. It's not even a good ass. And then you still got a struggle face. I feel like if you're going to get plastic surgery done, ladies, go get cute first. If you're not already cute, but you don't know you're not cute because simps haven't been telling you that you're not cute. They've been telling you that you're fine. They've been telling you that you're bad. And you look like this dude that I used to play basketball with. And guys aren't telling you that because they're so afraid that you're going to deny them access to the vagina. And my thing is simp. Simp, no longer simp. Stand united so that we can have stronger relationships with our women. Stand united so that our women can be stronger and greater representations of themselves. Simp, please grow a backbone. Go buy one or borrow it from a friend. See if somebody will help you stand up, good brother. Because until the simps get on board with what real men are putting down, which is a standard for how a woman should be. If women have standards for how they want a 6-foot nigga with a 6-pack and you know what I mean, a dong on him like this here. I want a woman that's not chubby. I want a woman who got the baby fat off of her. I want a woman who's not built like a 1994 auntie. That's what I want. I want somebody that's not shaped like Big Mama. I was saying recently, somebody was mad at me, but I said if a lady weighs 180 pounds, she's not a lady. If she weighs 180, she's not a lady. She's a nigga. Yeah, the average straight nigga is about 5'9" and he weighs 180 pounds. I don't want to be in a relationship with the average street nigga. It's just not what I want to do. Oftentimes, we see domestic violence cases. The average man is not going to hit a woman. But when you're in a relationship with a woman who's the size of the average street nigga, you're a little more likely to feel like you need to defend yourself. I'm not advocating for domestic violence here. Oh no, that's not what we're doing. What I'm saying is your primal instinct isn't to do harm to a woman. But when you're in a relationship with a woman who's your size or bigger, like I'm 170 pounds. So a 180 pound girl is bigger than me. My second wife, I don't mind sharing this story. I shared it with some friends recently. They got a good giggle out of it. This is why I have this philosophy. My second wife is bigger than me. I'm not going to put her weight out there because she's a great girl and she's a good person. But we were in a situation where we were having a back and forth. And she thought I was finna get spunky. So she jawed me. Bow. Now listen to this. For those who do not know, I am a trained mixed martial artist. I have had 9 mixed martial arts fights, 15 boxing matches, kickboxing matches, all kinds of fights all over the country. I've never been rocked. Never once. Never been hit and was in trouble, went down. Never once. But my wife socked me in the jaw and wobbled my legs. She shook me all night long. You shook me all night. She shook me all. My knees wobbled and I kind of stumbled. There was a brief shuffle of the foot and I got myself together. I didn't hit her, But my first instinct was to put my dukes up. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I thought you was finna do something. No, I wasn't finna do what? But I was rocked. My point being, if I was with a girl who was 5'3", 110 pounds, and she had socked me off guard like that, nothing would have happened. Do you want to know why she rocked my jaw? Because the girl was 200 pounds. A 200-pound girl can knock you out. If she weighs 180, she's not a lady. She's a nigga. The average street nigga is 5'9", 180 pounds. I do not want to be in a relationship with the average street nigga. It's just as simple and as plain as that. And when you're in a relationship with these girls who are big like that, like, you take a lot of damage and you don't realize it. Like when they sleep on your arm and your arm falls asleep. You know what I mean? I cuddled with a friend. We didn't do anything, but I cuddled with a friend who's a tiny person. And you want to know what was the most pleasant thing about cuddling with this friend? Is the fact that my arm never fell asleep. I've been in relationships with girls who have been bigger than me most of my adult life because I have simped and told them, oh, baby, ain't nothing wrong with you. Oh, no, you fine. You fine. Oh, no, you don't need to lose no weight. Girl, you're 200 some odd pounds. You need to get some of that back up off of you. It's as simple and as plain as that. One of those backs has got to come off of you. If you're a girl and you weigh 200, that's crazy. I'm a grown man. I've never weighed 200 pounds. And most women will get offended by what I'm saying instead of listening to what I'm saying. Get healthy. Oh, well, I had kids and stop making excuses. Go get healthy. Get some of them backs up off you. Get some of them necks up off of you. Get some of the cheese off from under the arm, the cellulite. Why is it wrong to say, be your best self? Figure out a way to get healthy. I know you're poor. We're all poor. No one has enough money to eat at fucking health food. Atkins and shit like that. No one has any money to eat there every day of the week. And if you can, kudos to you, man, and more power to you. Keep up the good work. I'm trying to get there. But most of us can't do that. So I'm not going to chastise you for eating badly because you're poor. But you can get active. It's so affordable. They got signs everywhere. These gyms are trying to get people in there. Sign up for $1, $10 a month. Get in there. All you have to do is go. I just don't want to be in a situation where my lady can knock me out. A girl who weighs 180 pounds can knock you out. I realize that. Because she's the size of the average street nigga. The average street nigga can knock somebody out. And that's just the whole cold hard truth of it. And I think that's why we see so much violence in the urban community, in relationships, because you're in a relationship with a girl who's bigger than you. Because you're too afraid that she's gonna stop dealing with you if you tell her, baby, you need to lose weight. I need you to get some of that cheese off your side. I want your pants to fit different. No, don't wear that dress, baby. It makes you look horrible. It shows all those roles that I see every night that I really don't like. I'm just glad that you're sharing your vagina with me, so I put up with the roles. And most simps that's the reality of it for them. Because most of the guys that talk like that, look at them. They've never dated the lady that they've actually wanted. They've always got the girl that they could get. Most guys are underachievers when it comes to women. Why? Because women are hard to deal with when it comes to dating women. Like, I've always been easy to get women. But I'm not the average guy. The average guy probably has a few extra pounds on him. The average dude who's 36, I'm 36. The average 36-year-old guy, he probably has a few extra pounds on him. He probably has a bald spot. You know what I mean? Probably has some gray hairs. He probably has hair coming in weird places. So I get it. I'm not the average 36-year-old dude. But if we stand united, fellas, we got to raise these simps up, man. So that women know that we're not attacking them when we say these things, when we tell them the truth. No, baby, that dress ain't the one. Your titties don't look right in that dress. You got the side titty coming out. I don't like that. You're afraid to tell her that. And you want to know what's worse? Is that we'll go out with the lady and other women are talking about it. They're talking about how she looks in the dress that you were afraid to tell her not to wear. That's the reality of what's going on. Why? Because women are very evil creatures. Catty. Juvenile. When it comes to being critical of one another. But you have the power, simps of the world. You have the power. All you have to do is take your right hand and put it on the ground. Take your left hand, put it on the ground as well. And I want you to, with all the might that you can muster up in your bitch-made body, I want you to push up and I want you to stand the fuck up. And stop being afraid to tell that lady the truth. Yes, baby, that dress makes you look fat. Hey, I don't have all the answers. I don't even know that I'm right half the time. I don't even know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I really just be rambling, and sometimes people listen. Sometimes it makes sense, and most of the time it don't. But I like to get conversations started, and I like to share information based on my vantage point in society as a young black dude who's not so young anymore. If you have any questions, we don't have Kevin here today, so we can't do, hey, cuz, check this out. But we do have a new segment of the show that is similar to the Dear Abby section of the newspaper called, hey, cuz, check this out. So if you want your question to be read here on the Angry Nerd Podcast, inbox me if you follow me on Facebook. DM me if you follow me on Instagram. Otherwise, hit me up on the Angry Nerd Podcast at gmail.com. And text me your, email me or message me your question or whatever the scenario is, whatever you want us to talk about or whatever you want to ask Peasy whenever he gets back. So if you want your question here, man, reach out to me. Also, I need you guys to help me out. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I'm terrible at remembering to say that. I never say that at the end of the stuff. I just get out of here and go do my life. But anyways, I hope somebody got something out of this. I hope I started at least an argument in somebody's house at the very least. But I'm going to get out of here. My name is Arshawn Wade, a.k.a. The Angry Nerd, a.k.a. Arshawn the Mouthpiece, the cat that got lost in Arkansas on his way to South Beach, a.k.a. Arshawn, a.k.a. Sean with a mother effing R. Peace.